So we had a little delay here. I was supposed to have this done by now, and I haven't even showed you guys what we got. We got a new frame. Still contemplating on what to do. But I sat here for a few, thought about it, and it's just not worth chopping it in half and making them wider. So my problem with this cart is, it's a Candy Batman 200cc cart, and or the Vitachi or whatever you want to call it. It's Candy. It's what it says on the tag, but it's Vitachi also. We've got a lot of things like bushings we've got to replace and stuff. But I did want to cut it and widen it 8 inches because the seats are just too close. I wanted this to be a bigger buggy for once. Kind of wanted to lengthen it too after I sat in it. I just don't want this to be a small buggy, and after sitting in it, it's a pretty small buggy. Gotta get the other seat, and the shifter's going to come up between here, which would be fine, but like I said, see how wide the tires are, and then the buggy sits what, a whole, looks like 6 inches at least in, and the wheelbase is 5 foot. So I just feel like this is small, but instead of cutting it in half, I think what we're going to do is we're going to make these straight, and that'll help, and they're going to be tied in right here where they should be, not back here. This will get chopped off, all of this top cage. We don't need that on there. This will be chopped off, and these bars will come more straight up and go down, and they'll be welded in solid. We're going to get rid of the sway bar, everything, all the rear. We're going to get rid of all that stuff. Like I said, these will come down into here, so all this will be gone. And then we're going to get rid of all the plastics on here. We're going to cut it probably about right here and right here. Let's see if you see it. Yep, right about here, here. You know, let's see. Let me really think about this here. Looks like a good place to cut it would be right here, I guess, for that part too. And this will have to be welded in to the cart, the rear of the cart. And then you got the whole rear. And then all we got to do is take the brake. We're going to buy one of these master cylinders are cheap. And we're going to run new lines to the front for the disc brakes. And our rear brakes will also be hooked into the same pedal, because I'm going to get a longer line and just take the nut out of that bung and put it right onto this one, and we can use my caliper. So we'll have rear brakes. We got the skid plate on here. I got some aftermarket blue chain, and Yamaha, what is this, TMD Factory Racing. It's a chain guide. I don't know, I'm just trying to, looks like I put a new one on there. I got some in there, I didn't know that was bad. Change them out all the time on the blaster. But this will be welded up under there. Seat will come off. Probably build different fenders for it, metal ones. So we'll probably take the plastics off. The Nerf bars are coming off, going on another Warrior I buy. And then everything will be framed up to this point. We'll bring it into here. We're going to run the wiring up. And like I said, the rear brake will bypass this. This one was bad anyways, I had a new one, but we're now bypassing that. All this will come off. The brake will be ran by one brake pedal, front and back. This assembly will come off of the reverse, and I will weld a bracket down here to hold right here, and we can run a cable that pulls it, and then all I have to do is pull a lever up for reverse instead of messing with this. So we'll run the reverse lever up to the front. We're going to run our gas, of course, our throttle. And the most pain part is just don't have a traditional shifter sticking right off of the engine like this one is. That's what I need, so I can just take it off and bend it, not bend it, but put it down for the shifter, which that one's in the way too. But from what I'm seeing, is this kind of clears the frame maybe? Nope, I don't know. But I'll have to get something. I gotta get rid of this whole ball joint assembly, because the shifter will have to go like this. I'll have to have a little lever off of it like this, so I can put my nut on here and my ball joint for shifting. We'll figure it out. It's a pain in the ass because they did that, but You know, no big deal. It'll always work. Again, the front end will be cut off and welded up under there. And reason we're using the Warrior, it's got reverse and it's a 6-speed. So we're going to change the gearing out a little bit to give it a little higher end, less torque. It won't need the torque. So we can do about 65, 60 without being in the RPMs. And we got to change the bearings in the carrier. Just a lot of work, like I said, but now it's easier because I decided not to widen it, which does suck. But and I was noticing like they welded the steering wheel on, so we're gonna have to get a new steering wheel column. It looks like I'm gonna replace the rack and pinion. We're gonna go through and do all the bushings. Everything needs welded up. These open bars can't be. And then it'll get a hood welded on it. Hood will go straight across here actually, because then the fiberglass windshield will be on it. The most hardest part about enclosing it's going to be right here. I'm going to have to build a piece of metal to weld on here. And then leave it open, I guess, around the rack and pinion and the A-arms. Which kind of sucks, but... Alright, but I just wanted to show you guys. We did get the frame, and I haven't started on it. It was supposed to have been done. I was going to have it all welded up by the weekend, and a lot happens. So, like I said, the rear's coming off of it. The rack is going to move to be more stable because it should have been welded into there. If you flip this, it's possibly just bend this rack down since it's even mounted beyond the shock. Like, I don't know what the fuck was going on here. That's terrible though. But all that's coming off though. Somebody didn't know what they was doing. I don't think it was a kid before me either. He was a real good kid. Got this for $325. Paid $900 for this. So we're in $1,200. Should be a nice little buggy for under $1,500. All said and done with the lights, the seat, and everything, I should be under $1,500. Your dog needs a bath bad. But I just wanted to give you guys a little update video. Hopefully that's good. I really want to leave those fenders on there, but we're going to use some kind of, they'll have to be metal, match the blue so we can paint it all. Probably won't be blue when I'm done either. Putting the engine on the sway bar is just not an option for me. I don't want to use any of this rear end. Like I said, I'd rather just keep the whole rear end of the four-wheeler on there. I don't have to mess with all that and just weld it in. We'll be good. We'll have reverse. We got a wide wheelbase. We got dual A-arms. I was going to use the Warrior A-arms, but there's no need to. As you can see, this Candy's got these really heavy duty. I mean, it'd be stupid for me to take these off. And we get the new brake system, so the front brakes and back brakes are all hooked up at the same time, and we'll be good. Alright, just want to give you guys an update. So, Kart guys going to be getting at it. We will post videos of progress. I'm hoping it should go pretty quick. Got a lot to do, so probably not. We got a lot of car work to do still too. Got both the Subaru's engines replaced. Well, not replaced, but I changed the head gaskets in them and everything. Had to pull the engines out and put them back in. When you do the head gaskets on these 2.5s, that's what you got to do. I was hoping that was spider web. Man, that's some strong webbing. That's crazy. But I got my 2008 done too. It runs. I got exhaust manifolds on the way. The Cadillac converters were the first Cadillac converter was all busted up and plugged. The Riviera needs a little bit of work done to it, but it runs. It needs wash mainly. The 08's done. New tires on it. The 2012 is done. It's got new tires on it. Like I said, new head gasket job, timing belts. Did a valve. I did it all myself. It's on my YouTube if you guys want to check it out. I even did the heads myself. Not much. It's not as good as I thought it was going to be. Spent a lot of time trying to get it squared and stuff. It's hard when stuff ain't square to begin with. So as you can see, we kind of angled that part. It's been in there. Must have been rolled, because that right there is bent in. but we straightened it out with the rest of it. All this will be capped and rounded off.